Hi guys, it's me again, Monster, in case that you don't know me before, and today I'm gonna do another book review which gonna impress you because it's also linked to the previous video that I used to did before, and you're gonna see how it's gonna shock you. But once again, can you do me a favor? Would you mind like, subscribe and share to your friend about my YouTube channel? And before getting started to the main concept that I would like to tell to you, as I usually do, I would like to tell you about how I feel and learn about this book. First of all, it shows me who I am in this planet, what kind of technique, what kind of measurement that I use to define the successful and the failure of my life. It changed my perspective from accepting the negativity and then build up and solve the problem in order to make my life become better and better. It sounds like wow, wonderful, right? Can you guess what kind of book it is? If you get some of the key terms that I have mentioned earlier, then you will know exactly what the book is. But in case you don't know, here it is. Dun, dun, dun. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. So this book was written by the author Mark Manson, and it was officially published on September 13, 2016. This book contains around like 205 pages, and it will divide into 9 chapters. But I would not go through all of these chapters. I would rather summarize as well as raise up the main key concept from this book to show to all of you. So without beating around the bush, let's get started with the first main concept, which is the desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And paradoxically, the acceptance of one negative experience is a positive experience. Guys, it sounds like confusing, like positive experience, positive and negative experience, blah 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 blah. But if you listen carefully, you will catch the main thing is like, if you want the positive, you get the negative. But if you accept the negative, you get the positive. This main concept illustrates about people in general. They always wish, they always want to achieve something that really great, that look luxurious, beautiful, much more than what they have right now. They may not look at how lazy they are, they may not look how like unmanageable, uncontrollable they are. They should take more actions. They should pay more attention to their weakness. They have to accept their negativity, what make them not successful. That's a way that they can find a positive experience. Moving on to the second main concept from the book is about the 3 rules or 3 subtleties that define happiness is a problem. So the first one is that not giving an F does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. Second, to not give an F about adversity, you must give an F about something more important than adversity. And third, whether you are realized or not, you are always choosing what to give an F about. Guys, after listening to these 3 rules of subtlety that define happiness is a problem, you may catch something that kind of like motivate you to take actions which are listed in the top priority in your to-do list or your plans of the week, of the month, of the year. So in the book, they mention a story about an old lady who lived in the family of like kind of loneliness, solely person in the family without getting support from the children or daughters. That's why when she go to the supermarket and want to purchase any product or things that need to support her, she would rather use the coupons. And in this case, she got the conflict with the receptionist or the seller because of using the 30-cent coupon to buy her stuff, and those coupons are on duty or it expired, it cannot be used anymore. Then there was like people from the the third party people come to like negotiate and to solve that problem. And if we just solve the situations happen, We might make a judgment like, why would you care about 30 cent dollars until like waiting for the police to come and solve this problem? Why give an F about this kind of problem too seriously than other people else? The reason is they find the 30 cent coupon is the top priority that she focuses on in life. That's why she always give an F about adversity. She does not find something more important than adversity. So we as a human being, we as the global citizens, we should think about something that more important than thing that we are doing right now. Moreover, in the book, they also mentioned about the general perspective of normal people. We as a human being, we always care, or we always give an F about everything surrounding us. We care about what color that we're gonna choose to wear today. We care about food that we're gonna eat. We care about whoever gonna talk with us today, and whatsoever. We give so much F for us. That's why one word that can eliminate all of those like F to give is called maturity. Because when you are getting older and older, you have many experience in life, and then you kind of eliminate and put down the number of F that you give around you. You don't care about what color that you're gonna wear or you're gonna choose anymore. You don't care much about people who talk shit about you, and you will make more important decisions or do what activity that push you or persuade you or pull you to the success, to the place where you want to be. It linked to the third main concept from this book, which is solving the problem, is happiness. In the previous main concept, we mentioned that happiness is a problem. But literally, if we go deeper into the meaning of it, it will show us that solving problem is exactly a happiness. Not making a problem. Don't be confused with that. Even if I say happiness is a problem, but solving problem is the happiness. It illustrates about many of activity in our daily life. We can solve a problem about ourselves. We also can be a person who persuade or motivate the other to solve the problem as well. And in this case, the book mentioned about the history of Buddha. Before he come the Buddha, he was raised in a family, in a royal family, and all the service, all of the supplements, and all of the stuff that he need, he always get it. He always achieve it without even a try, even the hard effort in it. That's why he always live in the good place, the enjoyable place, the wonderful place in a royal palace. And from time to time, he was bored. He cannot find the happiness in life because everything was perfect already. He doesn't have any difficulty, any problem to solve. That's right. One night he decided to leave the royal family, and then he went to the normal people living. He started to observe about the difficulty and the problem that people there have, like eating the dirty food, do not have enough sink, or do not have enough food to eat, living in a dirty place and surrounded by the people who like struggle and starving for something that they want in life. That's why he put himself in other people's shoes. He tried to face the problem, he tried to solve the problem, deal with it, and that's how he find the happiness in life. That's how he feel motivated to live longer, to help other people, and to experience this as well. That is why solving a problem is the happiness. So guys, let me ask you some questions. What pain that you want the most in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? You should ask these two questions to reconsider about your judgment about yourself. People always want, like, ask themselves what do they want for their birthday party or what grade that they want to achieve. But they forgot asking about the reality of themselves, what pain that they need to go through, what obstacle that they have to show or go across it. That is something that totally impressed me with this book. And moving to the fourth main concept of this book, is about you are not special. You have to identify what is your weakness, because if you cannot face your own problem, no matter how good, skillful you are a weak person. You are not strong, because your personal problem, you cannot solve it, you cannot face it, you cannot face the reality. That's why you are a weak person. If you are struggling for one thing, try to solve it, because from time to time you will find the improvement in it. Believe it or not, test it yourself. Also, it connected to the fifth main concept of this book, which is if you want to change the way you see the problem, you must change the metric, the value, the measurement to define which is successful, which is failure. Because nowadays, you always follow other people like judgments or the measurement from your family, from your friends, from the lecturers, and whatsoever that information that you learn from. But if you use that kind of measurement and did not make you successful, change it, change the measurement, define it yourself. Because you the one who make yourself happy, you the one who define which is the happiness to me. For example, I create a plan, a to-do list plan for a week, but then I do not use the good measurement to measure how much time that I have wasted, how much time that I use it widely for my studying, for my self-development. That's why I end up making a stupid plan, because I don't work hard on it, because I don't use the good metric or measurement to measure how successful am I. That is how you should change the measurements or metric that you are using right now. Moving to the another main concept from this book is about the self-awareness. In the book, they have written a really eye-catching story about a man who tried to woo a woman to be his girlfriends, but he was judged by a female that he is a short person. He is so short that she cannot accept him. And look at his background. He is really professional in his work, in his office. He have a lot of achievement in the school, in the workplace, and in the society. But his perspective is the failure. Why? He asks himself why he is not tall enough to rule that female that he loved. Why he cannot persuade that female to love him because of he is short. And he end up being sad because he is short. Let's compare it to people in general in the society. There are a lot of people who want to get a higher salary for their job, for their work, but they couldn't make it because they do not have the open mind to learn new things, to observe new things, to explore new things, to try new things. They just stuck at one place thinking that their salary will not be increasing. But the solution to this would be they should open their mind, look more farther, and start doing some small business that can bring up from both working and business. They can earn extra income from different kind of income. From different source of income. They can do some investment. They can do some of loaning stuff like that in the business, and then how they can increase the salary. Do not stuck at one thing and then lose all your hope at that one particular thing. Try various of things and let's see the result yourself. You will never be stuck again. And there is thousands, millions of female in the world that he can woo with. Don't just lose all of your hope because you are short. There's many ways that you should see about yourself and the world that's happening around you. So moving on to the next main concept from this book is we shouldn't seek to find the ultimate right answer for ourselves, but rather we should seek to chip away at the way that we are wrong today so that we can be a little less wrong tomorrow. Guys, that is true. there's no way that you step your foot on the first step and then it literally takes you to the fifth or the sixth or seventh step. You have to walk with the little and little and little and little, from step to step, time to time, day to day, year to year. You cannot jump across a huge step, a huge gap between your beginning and the success. That's why you should ask yourself, what is the problem today? Observe it and try to be less wrong tomorrow. And then from time to time, from day to day, you will be less and less and less and less and less wrong. And that is why, and that is how you can get a more achievable or adventurous step or things that you want to achieve in your life. Last but not least, for the 8 main concepts from this book, I guess, is about how if you lack of the motivation to make an important change in your life, do something, anything, and then harass the reaction to their actions as a way to begin motivating yourself. Guys, if you watched this video from the beginning to now, I guess you probably have some inspirations, have some motivation to make something better in your daily life. But if not, take that phrase that I just mentioned earlier seriously, or like perhaps deeply, because if you cannot find any motivation to persuade yourself going deep into the problem and solve it, then you should do something. Start to do something. Don't just sit down and think. You just take action. Do whatever it is. It does not have to be completely the same as the one that you want to achieve. It can be anything. Then you will start to get a little inspiration because you have completed something in your day, and then you get some motivation later on, and that's a way that you can continue to go and reaching the place that you want to stay at, the things that you want to achieve, and the happiness that you want to see. And lastly, it's about responsibility. You shouldn't ask your partner, your friend, your family to have a problem. To have the problem that you face instead of yourself. You yourself should ask that person to support you mentally while you are fixing those problems. Because if they fix or solve problem instead of you, you will never ever get improved, because you cannot face your own problem. And this is really serious, guys. You have to figure out the problem that you are having right now. You have to solve it yourself, try hard, and get support with the mental help with the other people that you know. Don't let other people do it for you. Don't let other people make a big impact in your life, because you the one who control your life. You the one that measure, that define the happiness looks like. So for this book, once again, I really admire the author, because he said he was inspired to write the whole book because he lost a reference, and then he do not sit in the regretness. He jump out in another world, try hard, change himself, and this is the achievement that he get. Million copies worldwide and become the best-selling book in New York. So see you in the next video. But hold on guys, don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and if you like it, please share it to your friend. Thank you. See you in the next book with the next new ideas. Peace.